We just got it out of a pre-release. I will pre-warn you, sorry for the mixed match rarity, but I played Tenpai today, got second, went undefeated in Swiss all the way up until top 4, and then, the finals, and then got beat out by Cameraman. So I'll get his deck profile in a little bit, but I definitely want to talk about Tenpai and how well it performed today. So I have 3 of the whites, 3 of the reds, one of the 2 of the greens. Basically, very, very self-explanatory. These are all the same cards, literally the same exact cards. These 2 are the best ones out of the 3. But based off hand, it's this and battle step or this here. It doesn't matter. Either or, all the same cards nonetheless. This will go add the field spell, which is insanely broken, or the quick play, which is also insanely broken, depending on in the scenario. This is going to special from the deck, which you normally are going to go special here, special from the grave after you synchro. There's tons of combos, but you know, these are like I said, these are the exact same cards in different ways. With that being said, that's the main core. I am playing the 1 blaster, the 1 Magnamut. These cards this is basically consistency. You banish it off Cold Stark. I did a weird little combo today where I discarded off Tenpai Fill Spell itself to go add the white, and then later in the turn I bite in it, and then bite it, summon it back, and then attack my game. So it's super cool, really good. Magnamut itself, I mean, there's been so many times I Magnamutted a LEDE instantly. Felt really good because they still told me the lady, or the not the lady, the Silver Castle, and I was like, all right, cool, Magnamut. And then I hit a Fallen Albaz off the Brandon in red, so it's really good. But consistency cards, now hand traps. 3 Ash. This is where all the different mixed match rarities go, so sorry for my rarity whores. 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 2 Imperm. I just kind of threw this deck together for pre-release. I didn't really have a lot of time. I had maybe like 5-10 minutes before the tournament, so we just kind of threw in staples of like what it would be good. These are always mixed match. Bell is insane in this format. Please continue to run Bell. There's no reason why we're not running Bell in this format. This is a fake format, but with this fake format with YCS right around the corner, it's definitely needed. I definitely see a lot of play with Bell in this format. Definitely something that needs to go back into the rotation, that nib and droll. So definitely, if those are not in your side patterns or main deck patterns, I'd get them in their main deck patterns because of Baron Savage. Because this is post-ban, so we definitely want to make sure. 3 of the quick play, the battle trap, the battle spell. Basically, in sequence, you can during the battle phase, you can activate this, add it, and then special, or you can just straight add it during the main phase. You don't have to. It's one of those either or, depending on the situation. There was one time where I just added it. There was one time I specialed it during the damage or during the battle phase, specialed, attacked, and then damage step special. So, and then that kind of got the combo going. The broken bannable card already. This card should not have been printed. I will say 100% this card should not have been printed. I got dropleted, super polyed. People read this card like 5 times today. Somebody dropleted, discarded, or sent to, they dropleted white, and then they dropleted, let's see, where was it? It was white and red on the summons, thinking that I couldn't do any of the battle phase effects. And I was just like, okay, cool. Go into battle and then go from there. So this card literally makes this deck insanely crazy with, especially with new support and everything, the trap coming out. There's some combos that like you can do with this. So it, obviously Trident, everybody's knows about the Trident Drakion. Yeah, there's so many crazy stuff with this card just alone. Being able to rota any of the dragons from the deck, and on top of that being basically a meltdown for all fire dragons, Black Rose included. Super insane. Prosperity, consistency cards. We play 2 field spells. We play Prosperity, basically the Prosperity Mini. This card just came out in this new set. I was playing a Labyrinth player that ended on 5 back row, Ariana, and I believe Stoby Torby. It was something, but basically I just went, drew, standby main, activate. He read the card. He was like, okay, activate, and then just excavate the top 7, and then just went off. It was absolutely insane. This is basically four copies of Prosperity. So the reason I play this, and I play another card that has a lot of hatred to it, but what I do is I'll go here into Ancient Fairy. Ancient Fairy into Secret, go into their Nirvana High Paladin. I know, I'm scummy for it, but I made this on a Runic player, and he basically just got Nirvana High Paladin beat down, so he couldn't play at all. He just kind of looked at it and was like, all right, well, I guess we're just going to do this. You know, we went 3 turns of just battle phase Nirvana Pal, because I just kept drawing non-engine and staples. Consistency cards, obviously, are going to be Gold Stark for the Blaster, Terraforming. Those are basically all the consistency cards you need. This adds the Rhoda basically for anything in the deck, and obviously this adds the broken field spell, or any of the other field spells if you need it. I am on Crossout. A lot of people are testing and labbing with Crossout right now just because of how many non-engine cards you can play, and then, you know, ogres, ash, trolls, all that stuff that people are trying to tech in for this deck. But Crossout is definitely something I wanted to test. I liked it a lot, honestly. It was really, really good. I Crossouted a droplet, and it ended up winning me the game because he dropleted game 2 in the actual battle phase, and I was able to just cross out it and still just smack. This deck reminds me of the Iron Man meme, where it's Hulk and Tony Stark, and he's like, just go to sleep, go to sleep. You're just literally beating down your opponent 24/7. You have Lightning Storm and Harpy Feather Duster for the board breakers. I respect back row. I believe back row is one of my hardest matchups just because of the fact of it being my test partner. Plays Lab. Shout out to Andy. He's on the team as well. Basically, he's made me respect back row enough to where I will main deck these slots 9 times out of 10. With going second decks like this, 100% being main decked. And then Imperm. Imperm's Imperm, that's self-explanatory. Extra deck, playing 1 Hida, 1 Promethean, 1 Raging, Zelantris. I'm playing the Striker and the Seals. So this is my link package. This is all everything else is synchro. The reason I'm doing this is because if I get deburied, I don't want to auto lose. So I have to have a way to be able to do something in the Zelantris OTK line that Snake-Eye players were doing and past format. This comes into play a lot. So definitely going to play this line going forward. A lot of people don't play this. I disagree with it just because of the way if I get deburied, I don't want to auto lose. 1 Ancient Fairy, 1 Moonlight. Like I said, this is a thrown together list for the extra deck and some of the main deck slots, but you know, Rudy Rose is supposed to be in here, but you play 1 Moonlit or 1 Moonlight, Black Rose, the double Bident, double Bident. This card is cracked. This is basically the bridge to everything you need and more. This will pop a card on the field, or pop a spell card on the field, summon it back. Special, literally like everything in card mechanics that says this card should not be legal. It does. It's literally a Baron but without a negate. That's how I see it. Specials, synchros, like it does it all. It's absolutely crazy. Another crazy card. This card. Transcendent Dragon. Transcendent Dragon is absolutely... It's literally a Meteor Burst, but within engine. So like it can summon itself back. Meteor Burst, basically the Meteor Burst S effect, where it's like your opponent can activate cards in the battle phase. That is nice whenever you're pushing for game in weird hands. I've done that. I made this like 3 times today. It wasn't like this was just overkill. Like I think that's the way I'm trying to describe it. It was a lot of overkill. It felt like I summoned this, it was game over. But I will say this card is this and this card are just bonkers. Especially being common or super, no way. Nirvana, because I play the Secret Village. I do the Secret Village line to where I end on Ancient Fairy Special, the level 3, and then Synchro into it. Level 3 or level 4, whatever one it is. I think it's level 3. Try to get time constraints. But Yeah, you'll basically end on this, activate Secret Village Pass. Super, super good, and it's a 33 beat stick. So really, really good on that aspect. I like Burning in Time. Burning in Time is great. I played this on a I played this on a branded player going into 2 minutes into the last round, and they were 26 down, and I was just like, all right, cool, have fun. And a tier limit player got burned really bad for this too. But yeah, this card, it's not necessarily needed, but I definitely would suggest running it. And the myth, the man, the legend itself, Trident Drakion, the absolutely reason why this deck is crazy. Literally being able to 6,000 3 times in the battle phase, there's no reason this I know this archetype is based around this card, and I get it. But there's been tons of other archetypes that are retrains and all that that did not do anything. So to have a good retrain of like a archetype that's been in the past, or not archetype, but a card that's been in the past, to like support it, bonkers.
Just ask your friend for it.
Yeah, just ask your friend. Remember. Side deck wise, I mean, it was thrown together. Again, I only had a couple minutes to do it, but side deck wise, I would do Droll. Droll in the side is definitely necessary for this format. It does stop a lot of combo decks right now that are popping up with the ban list, Harp, all that stuff, Runic. You do Lancia for the Runic. We have a lot of Runic players here. I was actually expecting to play a lot more, didn't. So again, this is based off my locals, but Lancia is definitely in there. I was kind of getting prepared for the side. I'm not gonna lie. Or the mirror, I'm not gonna lie. This card is very good situational wise, but it makes it to where you don't have to play around the field spell. I do play, that's all the monsters. I do play Summit Breaker just because of the fact I don't like people comboing and me watching it. I like to combo and beat them down. So to basically, when players like to make me go first, instead of going the Secret Village line, I'll just end on this Ancient Fairy, 3,000 body, and pass turn. If they out the Ancient Fairy, cool. Oh well. They don't out the Ancient Fairy, I can go normal summon, they do anything to it, all right, cool. Ancient Fairy effect summon, go from there. So it's basically like ending on this, and Ancient Fairy is just a little bit of an extra kind of like summoning mechanic too. Droplet, this should actually be in the main. Like I said, I just threw it together, but it should be in the main just because of the fact of it being shifter decks are not real. Like I don't necessarily, I'm not terrified of a shifter deck. And you know, Droplet having a lot of interaction with meta decks, I mean, that should be in the main for this deck. Especially with negating and then halving all the attack, it just makes OTK lines easier. Too evenly, I didn't really have slots. I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't. I was thinking more along the lines of like maybe a cross out target. For if they make me go first, they just evenly me set up a board and I'd lose, but I don't know what I was thinking. I was just trying to make, I had 5 minutes, like I said, I was trying to make it there. But the actual good cross out target, yeah, no, I don't like this card. I definitely can't play under that card. So that's why we played the Zelantris line, because I am terrified of Barrier, and yeah, Barrier no good. Barrier no good. But anyway, deck count is at 40. I mean, I would change some slots, change some stuff around, but overall the deck performed really, really well. I was undefeated in Swiss, and it worked out really well. Shout outs, I usually do shout outs in the front, but shout outs, obviously, Limitless Cards, for hosting the event. Thank you so much for that. You know, cool little silent magician for, you know, placing, and, you know, all the stuff, but sponsors, definitely tenfold. You know, Inspire TCG, obviously my own team. We're definitely gonna give a shout out to Cardhaven, our sponsors for all that. Dueling Guard products. We just launched new waves, Dueling Guard products. The Vegeta wave is nice. Go check it out. Plus, these are all Dueling Guard sleeves. Shuffle nice, I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. But no, in all seriousness, Dueling Guard, go check them out. Use code SPIRE, 5% off on your order. Other than that, man, that's pretty much the list. This is Tenpai, and I love to go burr, so